Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League. Let's run a different team here. We're going to be rocking the Chesnaught Lanturn Togedemaru. So Mantine is the worst matchup we can see against the Chesnaught. So we're going to switch into the Togedemaru. We could absolutely hard counter it. With the Jigger Speed here, we only are having Bell Stinger. You can see here the Bell Stingers are just doing, maybe 5%. This is a Fire Punch Diggersby though, so interesting that they're switching into a Fire Punch Diggersby. This Diggersby here is going to continue throwing Fire Punch. The Fire Punch will be pretty decent against our Chesnaught. We are able to survive in the next Fire Punch here, but we're going to be able to throw back our superpower. They decided shield, so we're going to decide to shield here just because we have a lot of energy, and plus we either want the second shield or we want this KO. They decided to let it go finally, and then we're going to switch into our Lantern, but then they counter swap into their Swampert. Swampert here is favored. However, depending on the baiting situation, we might be able to win this matchup here. So we're going to hope that they bait. They do go for the Hydro Cannon bait. As you can see here, they go for the back-to-back, so they did have enough energy for a potential Earthquake. So step number 1 is complete. We do have a little bit of a chance. Let's go for the Surf. We do get a shield from our opponent here. So now we're going to shield here, obviously, to try to preserve this. Okay, and they go with the Muddy Water, so they never had Earthquake. The fact that they didn't have Earthquake makes sense, but we're going to see how much damage we could do with this Lantern. We do get a couple of sparks off, probably in the 80% range, but unfortunately we have no health available on our Chesnaught to come back with that win right there. That was a hard team to beat, considering they had all the right moves, especially with that Diggersby. You don't see a lot of Fire Punch and Diggersby floating around anymore. All right, let's see if we can win this here. Abomasnow here is kind of tough, but we're going to stay in just to see what they want to do. So we do show the first one here. They have to be worried about our potential superpowers. So we're going to go for a Frenzy Plant here. We do get a shield from our opponent. Then we're going to go for the second shield here. This is going to be a shield or it's going to be KO. So we're going to immediately switch out after we get that last shield. So at least we have a shield advantage. We have this Lantern versus this Wishcash here. Not a great matchup with this Lantern, but the Lantern is going to be able to whittle this Wishcash down fairly low. Because now the idea is we need to figure out a way to farm down or get energy on our Chesnaught. So here we're going to obviously let it go here. There's no point in shielding. We're going to wait the time, but we're also going to try to get energy, manufacture some energy with our Chesnaught. They decided to immediately switch out. And now we have an opportunity because we have a Togedemaru here in the bag. This Togedemaru is going to be able to throw this Wild Charge back at this Frostlass. It doesn't KO, which is actually good for us. We're actually looking for him to take us out. They go for the Shadow Ball for the KO. Going to farm down with the Chesnaught. We know it could potentially farm down this Wishcash here. The Wishcash already has a move, so we're going to use the shield. We do have a superpower ready, and then we're going to go for the superpower back at this Abomasnow. Will it be enough? Yes, it is. That is GG's right there, coming back from that Abomasnow lead. That was awesome. The only way we win that is if we can get that energy from either the Wishcash or potential farm down on that Frostlass on our Chesnaught. Here we have to see what Bastiodon this Sandslash has. It ends up being the Shadow Claw version, so we're not going to be switching out just yet, as this Chesnaught is doing a little bit better. And we force them to switch into the Mantine. Mantine here is really good against our Chesnaught, but we have the absolute hard counter to this Mantine with our Spark Lantern. This is a full farm down. We should be able to completely fast move this Mantine down, and now we have a ton of energy to throw back at this Sandslash. So all of a sudden we are in the advantage because this Lantern actually is going to do decent against the Sandslash. In fact, it's going to force him to shield, force him to throw some energy right here before we get to another Surf. And now we have a choice. Do we go back in with the Togedemaru to potential farm down, or do we go in with the Chesnaught? We decided to go in with the Chesnaught here. We go to two superpowers. We're going to throw the first superpower here. This is basically going to get a shield, or they're going to get their last shield out. And then here we know that the win condition here is to just do some chip damage towards this Witch Pass with our Togedemaru and invest 2 shields with our Chesnaught, because once again, Chesnaught here is going to be able to throw those Vine Whips. Look at these Vine Whips, doing double super effective. We do have 2 shields. Our opponent ends up throwing a move, allows us to get an extra Vine Whip to go through. Now that we have 2 Frenzy Plans here, this is all but GG's because they only have 1 shield. And then we're going to go for, oh, they had a move as well, but we have an additional shield. But unlucky for them, we also have another Frenzy Plan here. So just so many moves stacked up right there. Fortunately for us, we were able to wiggle out of that situation thanks to them switching out pretty early and letting our Lantern match up against our Mantine quite nicely. Next game here, let's see what we can do. Chesnaught versus the Bastiodon, pretty solid lead here. Obviously, we're going to stay in, but here the key is to try to throw on CAP timing so that we can not only avoid an additional fast move, but also we want them to be feeling frustrated. If you are able to CAP tie opponents, it is very, very frustrating for sure, built for both sides. So right there, we're going to throw the Frenzy Plan a little bit early because we want them to kind of be confused on our timing. We do end up double shielding because they do have this flamethrower, but they're also kind of showing that they don't want to see this chest on the back. They finally switch out into the Stabilizer. We're going to throw our Frenzy Plan here, and then we're going to build up, and we were trying to take it out with the Super Arrow, but we forced them to throw a foul play that is not effective. So now we know that they're energy dry. We're going to switch into our Lantern here, full farm down. And we do see that they have the Medicham in the back. Medicham in the back is kind of interesting for our backline. We are going to be able to get... Okay, we're going to have to tank a Psychic here, but I was going to say we are going to have to get to a move here regardless. Either they catch this move or they take it on that Medicham. We were always going to have to throw that Surf. And then luckily for us, the Surf really doesn't take out the Bastion, so we were able to farm down, and then we are able to get back to another Surf to take out their Medicham. So Medicham right there, unfortunately, was not able to sweep for them, and we still didn't even see the Togedemaru, or at least they didn't see it. So they'll always be wondering. All right, here is the terrible matchup of Charjabug. Charjabug here is going to be able to throw a move. We're anticipating X-Scissor, so we're going to switch into the Togedemaru. Togedemaru does resist the X-Scissor. And then here, because we are able to get to this Wild Charger, we're basically going to get a shield or KO this Poliwrath. And now that we know that they are having this Poliwrath there, we're going to go right in with our Frenzy Play. We win CAP right there. As you can see, they threw the move at the same time. So we do get both shields from our opponent right here. So this is pretty simple. We're going to go straight for the Frenzy Plan to take out this Poliwrath. This Poliwrath is going to be taken out, and then we're going to switch back into our Lantern. Lantern with 2 shields. Does it beat Charjabug? Let's find out. Our opponent here goes for the X-Scissor. Interesting. Not sure what to think about that. So either they don't have Discharge or they're trying to bait the 2 shields from us. So we're not gonna try to anticipate it. We're actually just gonna shield because we believe that this Lantern is very valuable in the back. So we double shield, and in fact, it is very valuable. They end up having the Greninja in the back. This Greninja is pretty weak to this Thunderbolt. We have to survive these Night Slashes though. Nice timing by my opponent. Does this KO? No, it does not KO, and we are going to be able to win this game. So luckily for us, we didn't get the boosted Night Slash, and we are able to win. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.